Hello, I'm Sam Samslot, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I fought, and I really wanted to stay away from this game because I did not want to succumb to the anime games. But I couldn't hold it back any longer. I needed to play this game. I love watching anime. Like, right now I'm rewatching Full Metal Alchemist, and of course I love that shit. In fact, I don't know if I've talked about it on the channel or not before, but I plan on starting D&D, which is it's something I've never really considered before, because I was just like, this seemed weird and hard. I was like, you know what would be fun? Making an alchemist character for D&D. And I was like, let's try to do that. But back to the game. Who's saying hey? Let's find out. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Oh, another thing, there was a disclaimer at the beginning. Do not watch if you're easily disturbed or saddened. Okay? So if you've never seen this game before, you don't know what's coming, prepare yourself. Shit's gonna get dark. And adorable, but mostly dark. Okay? Cool. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works? Works out because you've known each other for so long. I do some weird pauses when reading. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Nice face. I overslept again. Voices. Channel the voices. Up here. Can't do girl voices. It's just something in my nature is just like, don't do that. You're gonna embarrass yourself, but do it for the laughs. Do it for the fun. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, that was me. Oops. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. Me. Should have picked a different name. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I did. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? Oh yeah, I have, but I won't tell you just yet. A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I'm secretly lying to you. I haven't been looking either. Totally lying. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori looks to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Oops, sorry. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I have friends. They're busy too. With college and their own lives, because other people are just as complicated as you, and you can't expect them to focus on you 100% of the time, because that is unrealistic expectations. Check yourself. Your happiness is really important to me. Oh, thanks. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because... What the fuck is a NEET? I know what a teat is, but what's a NEET? Because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Don't make me worry about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Happy. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Club sandwich sounds nice. Never really had one that I know of. More of a tuna man. And I'm also a vanilla man. Very plain Jane. Oh. I do stray in other areas. Sushi it up. Every Saturday. Sushi Saturday. It's a thing. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I do that a lot. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in this classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Is it the best friends club? Because I'm already there. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to your club. Aw, meanie. Sayori is a vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Cupcakes. I love cupcakes. Like, you know those trays that you get at the market that, like, a 12 or 24, and they're all vanilla because you hate chocolate, and you can eat all of them in one sitting because you're a fat, lazy piece of shit? Yeah, that's me. Okay. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. I'm dying. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Just one. Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Ah, too real. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. My type, right here. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. They're all gonna sound the same. I am on the fly, new voices, not a thing for me. I'll do my best, but... Sayori always saying nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Sam's lot. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Which means, you're an A+ in my book. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back toward the other girls. How did she say it in my ear? Was it all seductive-like, or was it like, hey, just ignore her, she's a bitch? Anyway, this is Natsuki. Always full of energy, except for when she's moody, she's a bitch. And this is Yuri, smartest in the club. I like smart girls. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Long-winded. How's this music? Is it too loud? Tell me in the next video. Well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Sam's lot. I've never met this woman before in my life. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. I agree. Once when you hit the athletics part, out. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You... too... Monika. Come sit down, Sam's lot. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. The bitch speaks again. Sorry, I got a little too excited. That frosting and moist cake. So tantalizing. So close. And how about I make some tea as well? Fucking love tea! The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened. Sorry. Can't read. So that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I fucking love cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. They're poisoned. Sayori grabs the one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Adorable. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Are you gonna eat that or what? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Probably. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you? or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you. You know, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Fucking love tea. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated, Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not at all what I do here. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. I'm glad too. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I'm not considering the literature club. Don't like reading. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happier, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? That was not a question, that was a statement. Or was it a question? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, arguments. To be honest, I can't stand all those politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing, see? But the debate club is basically founded on arguments, so... Arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events, I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it, like reading. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised that aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start in a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and witty. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Yeah, I said that right the first time. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You can do it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees, and I sit there quietly like a little freak. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted to be by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Samslot, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. I like the quiet types, but she's also bitchy, so conflict ensues. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger all sexually and seductive-like. My favorites are usually novels that are very deep and complex fantasy worlds. So you'd totally be on like my D&D level, right? I've been suddenly diving really hard into D&D. Like I've yet to play. I've been trying to get my friends to play. We're all too busy. And I've been trying to find a group to teach me how to play so I can DM my own sessions and shit. And I've hooked up with a few old friends that have played. And we have a scheduled future arrangement for that. So, who knows, I might even do videos on it. I don't know. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in a world of books, not people. I get it. People suck. People are also great at the same time. Conflict. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Like Fruit Loops. So delicious, but also sandpaper in your mouth if you don't have enough milk. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read horror. Book. Once. I word good. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah, I'm pretty dull. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, but only for a brief moment. Like changing your young, docile mind into a vicious, murdering psychopath just for a moment. Give you that little spark that life needs. Man, I'm there. I hate horror. Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes. Your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. I'm adorable. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very competent writer yet. I understand, Natsuki. How Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just competence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Like your arteries. Laughing at your jokes, your own jokes, is the lowest form of comedy. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Blood sisters and brother, since, we lost the, whole ladies club thing. Isn't that right, Samsam's lot? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with that's been on my mind the entire time. I've never said I would join this club. Zoe may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought, and all these girls are staring at me very unhappily. Dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Sam's a lot. Y'all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right, okay, I've decided then. I joined the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up, like Christmas trees. So happy. Zoe wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. But they're your cupcakes, and they're delicious. And that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Sam's lot. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Heh. Yeah. Can I really impress the class F-star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Sam's lot. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Fuck yeah. Friends till the end. Ride or die. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And with that, my friends, is all the time I have for this episode. I'm Sam's like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!